Microsoft dug a hole for themselves and they leaked their future plans about the Xbox. So, according to the internal documents, there will be a mid-cycle console refresh. The Series X console refresh, internally known as Brooklyn, is expected in November, and it has a more cylindrical design, and it's not like that boxy predecessor which was there before, which people call the cheese grater or mini fridge or whatever. So Microsoft has learned from that, and they're changing the design. It has no disk drive, so it's basically all digital games, because of which it'll offer a 2 TB storage variant. I don't know if it's a variant or whether there'll be higher variants or lower variants. There are no clear details about that. There's a USB-C port in the front. It also promises features like faster Wi-Fi capabilities and a new controller. And the price is expected to be $499. I checked the price of the current Series X and it's the same price. So yeah, it'll launch at the same price. The details for the Xbox Series S refresh, which is codenamed LA Wood, is not like quite specific. So, but the documents promise better internal storage and Wi-Fi for a price of $299. So basically, the Xbox Series X and S and X will launch with a 2 month gap between them, so that people who want to gift the Xbox to someone during the Christmas sales, which will come in December, they can maybe gift the Xbox Series S, which is cheaper, and then later for the pro gamers who maybe have Xbox Game Pass and who play on the Xbox regularly, they can upgrade their Xbox Series X to the latest version. There's also a new controller which is going to come. It's codenamed Sibyl, and it includes direct to cloud connection, a rechargeable and swappable battery, precision haptic feedback, quiet buttons and thumbsticks, and lift to wake capabilities. So there's a better controller with the better console. So this was the mid refresh cycle. The next generation console is being Microsoft is eyeing to launch it in 2028. So according to the documents, Microsoft is thinking of its next console as a hybrid game platform that will fully utilize the cloud. So Microsoft claims that they'll enable new levels of performance beyond the capabilities of the client hardware alone. Because basically cloud gaming, so the games wouldn't have to run natively on the console itself, but it'll run via the cloud. So basically, Microsoft will not have to put a very powerful Intel or AMD chipset in the Xbox console itself, because it doesn't have to run that much performance, because it'll be running on the cloud. So you'll need a fast internet connection and you'll be able to play your games. So hopefully that brings down the pricing of the games also. And another leak says that in the same documents, Microsoft also has its sights on Nintendo and Valve. So basically, a senior Microsoft executive, Spencer, he called Nintendo the prime asset for us in gaming. And he says that he has numerous conversations with the LT of Nintendo about tighter collaboration, and he feels that if any US company would have a chance with Nintendo, Microsoft is the best. So maybe like Microsoft surprised us with the Activision acquisition for $68 billion. Microsoft might try throwing some money at Nintendo to see whether they want to merge. But yeah, the Microsoft employee also noticed that he didn't see a mutually agreeable merger for the two companies, and he didn't believe in hostile action. So they're planning to play the long game. So probably they might not outright throw money at them like they did for Activision. Yeah, there are chances that there is a bit more collaboration between Nintendo and Microsoft. The same senior executive Spencer also mentioned Valve alongside Nintendo and being in full support of merging with or acquiring either company if the opportunity arises. And it's not the first time Microsoft has been interested in the Mario Maker, or perhaps even Valve for that matter. So basically, in short, there's a mid-cycle refresh coming up this year in November and December, where there'll be a new Xbox Series X and Series S, and in 2028 there'll be a new Xbox which will use the hybrid game model. So it's a mix of cloud gaming and in-console gaming. And Microsoft is also trying to grab their hands with Nintendo and Valve a bit if they can. So, Gautam, you have any thoughts? I think it's gonna be like very interesting if maybe there's like a further collaboration of Microsoft
I
Nintendo or something like that.
I highly doubt Microsoft will downright buy Nintendo. Nintendo is a really, really old company. I remember someone saying that the year this painting Starry Night was painted was the same year Nintendo was formed. So Nintendo is really, really old if you see it, if you look at it, and Nintendo makes a lot of money. And I think the primary way these two brands operate are also very different from each other. In fact, Nintendo has been getting a lot of bad rep for the toxic work culture they have, and also the way they
Yeah,
sue
so
everyone if
maybe Microsoft might be
anyone
thinking that,
who's
or
on
maybe
their
Nintendo might be
path.
thinking if we merge with Microsoft, maybe our image can be cleaned up and something like that.
Uh,
Maybe, but
I don't know about that, but Nintendo owns the rights to a lot of things. So I see why
yeah,
Microsoft would
especially
want to buy
Mario,
it.
I think Zelda,
Mario and
Sonic, so many of those games
Mario,
are
Zelda,
all.
and also many of they have the rights to the Pokemon games too. So that in
Mhm.
itself is a lot of money. So that's why Microsoft seems to be eyeing it, and also Valve is the only real competitor to Epic Games that is also like a very large.
And
Like at this
especially with
point,
their Steam Deck taking off at this point, I think Microsoft is also looking at
yeah,
their
Microsoft is looking,
growth.
and Microsoft has a huge influx of money. I think that's why they always can acquire new companies and uh, do stuff like that.